Hi guys, today we're going to talk about the history of the cell and the cell theory. So, first of all, what is a cell? A cell is the fundamental unit of life, and it's also the membrane bound structure in all living organisms. And as you can see here, a cell consists of a cytoplasm, cell membrane, mitochondrion, nucleus, DNA, endoplasmic reticulum, lysosome, ribosome, and Golgi apparatus. Here's a picture of body cells under the microscope. Our body approximately contains 37 trillion cells. In the past, people didn't have the tools to see these observations about the cell. They didn't even know that micellular organisms existed. These observations weren't so obvious for them because they didn't have any microscopes. Until Robert Hooke showed up. Robert Hooke is an English physicist. He made the primitive microscope. He observed the cork cells and devised the compound microscope. And here's a picture of the cork cells under the microscope. So let's see how the primitive microscope actually works. So as you can see here, this is a flame. Um, it helps in reflecting the light on this spot, and also this tube consists of magnifying lenses that help in magnifying the cells or whatever the person wanna see on this spot. The discovery of the cell theory. In 1838, Matthias, a German scientist, said that all plants are composed of cells. Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann started laying the foundation of the cell theory. In 1855, Rudolf Virchow concluded that omnia cellula is translated from Latin to cells only arise from other cells, or cells come from pre-existing cells. And here's a picture of Matthias, Rudolf, and Theodor. So, what is the cell theory? It's one of the fundamental ideas of modern biology and includes these three principles. Number one, that all living organisms are composed of one or more cells. Number two, cells are the basic unit of structure and organization of all living organisms. And finally, number three, cells come from pre existing cells. Here is the second principle, which is cells are the basic unit of structure and organization of all living organisms. All biological processes that occur within the body for it to sustain itself cannot occur without the presence of cells. Cells are also necessary for all their vital functions that are needed to sustain life. Number 3 is that cells come from pre-existing cells. This postulate refers to the process of the cell division, where cell divides to produce more than one cell, distributing its genetic content among its progeny. This postulate was in opposition to the notion that cells arise spontaneously. As you can see here in this picture, this is the cell, and it starts to expand, and it tears up, and then finally it forms two cells. Here is other scientists. The first scientist is Louis Pasteur, and the second one is Robert Koch. Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch pioneered the study of bacteria using compound microscopes. And this is a picture of Lynn Margulis. This woman proposed the idea that some organelles found in eukaryotes were once free living prokaryotes. And that's it, and thanks for watching.